Hello, everyone. Hang on just a moment. We'll get started in just a moment. I'm just setting up my invites. We got a few more to send out, so shouldn't be a big deal. Okay. Just check here. Alright, as everything's sent out. So let's get started. Keep doing that. Okay.
Travel plans to China have all been worked out.
Okay, I'll stop soon.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on the Panda King. Born penniless, he was fascinated by the fireworks rich noblemen set off every New Year's. He spent a decade learning the art. But when he tried to offer his fireworks to the noblemen, they couldn't see past his shabby clothes and chased him away. Humiliated, the Panda King took revenge on those who shunned him by using the very tools of his art for crime. The The Fetish Five recruited him as their demolitions expert, and from then on, his explosive touch became feared worldwide. He's rumored to be perfecting some new firework technique high in the unstable Kunlun Mountains of western China.
Here we are, China. Took us a while. Finally here in China. That was a long drive.
Would you look at that? A fireworks show! Oh my gosh, that's awful! That poor village just got buried in freezing snow!
The rocket came from that giant statue, and you can bet the Panda King lit the fuse. I've got to find my way up there and fast before that lunatic squashes another town.
Kind of funny that I just noticed it actually takes your checkpoint. The checkpoint captures you when you just approach that wooden door. So even if you didn't make it through that part we just went through, you'd still be fine. Like you'd actually respawn the other side of that. It's nuts. That must be an oversight. Hit sworn you hit these. I know you can hit them in other ways. Well, better yet, they break when you slide, like when you run on the top of them, but yeah. Not sure how they got up there normally, to be honest with you. Since this goes to nowhere.
You can't get through the security gate without one of the Panda King's treasure keys. There's one over there, but it's heavily guarded.
One key coming up.
Okay, 3 more. Hoping to do that without getting the coins, but whatever. It might help. Anyway, take the extra charm. Okay, so we're missing 2 clues. backtracking, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna guess all the way back in the first spot, right? The very first area, like I just happened to miss one. Because that would sound alright. Trying to see if the fireworks get set off by the hole. Doesn't look like they will. Alright, so where is this last clue? Is it up here somehow? I thought I cased the whole top area, but I guess not. Maybe? I'm kind of hoping that it is up here. Don't see it. I guess it's probably up on the wall or something. Oh, this level also gave me trouble last time I streamed this. I had a feeling it was going to be for some reason the wall one's just really easy to miss.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I got a real headache figuring this one out. Input 578.
And we get...
This just gets better and better. I'd always heard that one of your southern ancestors, Huckleberry Cooper, developed a technique to move while staying invisible. Hold down the circle button to turn invisible, then move around with the left analog stick.
We get movement. Fortunately, it's still very slow, but it's better than not moving at all. So, time trial time. I think there's only 4 time trials in this world, if I'm remembering right. That didn't work. Whoops. Whoa! Okay, that's clip-worthy right there. Wish there was more suitable surfaces for rolls. I mean, yeah, I can roll on this surface and don't have to worry about rolling off, but the thing is, I'm running uphill. This is an all uphill level for the most part. So the roll only does so much, and it only works best when you're going downhill. Ah. Of course, the awnings don't protect you. so close. Alright. Okay, so you can't get past that one. You can't inch by it. So I'm gonna have to play it safe there, unfortunately. As much as I don't want to. I'm kinda hoping that I could just get, like, just slip right by. Final four. And I couldn't jump over at that time. Rip. Oh, I just went fast. Well, it's not going to help me out. It's more like just going to speed this up so I can get to the top faster. I'll still be making the same time that I would be. And I forgot to jump there. How did that? You know what? Don't question it. Don't look the gift horse in that. Gift horse in the mouth. Okay. This part worries me. They don't fall fast enough when you want them to, and they fall too fast when you don't want them to. That. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna wait a few seconds to see if that might help out, just so everything starts falling or doing things at a certain time. Just change things up a little bit. Let's try. I mean, I kind of doubt it will, since there's probably load zones, which things load in, but it's still worth a shot, I guess. No clue I didn't take damage there. Again, not looking to gift horse in the mouth. Not gonna make it. Oof. Okay. That leaves 3 more, I believe? Wow. Alright. Head back, and that way you guys can listen to the bonus commentary. Wow.
This level is in many ways, in my opinion, the most sort of evolved from the standpoint of gameplay mechanics in the game. We do some really crazy things with the camera, like when you're sneaking around the edge and the icicles are falling at you, where we've constrained the player to a simple decision-making process, being left or right with the danger coming down on them. But because they're so constrained, you can do totally whack things with the camera and give you this image that you don't normally see in video games as a result. It's more cinematic, and it helps highlight the danger, in the case of this level, from the guards looking down on you when you sneak around the guard tower or the falling icicles. It's a nice change of pace from just having the top-down playable camera all the time.
You get a bizarre perspective.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so we were recording the voices for the game.
Yes.
And how weird is it to get the script? And the game it's kind of interesting to note that we are not trying to make a cartoon with the voices. Everybody's supposed to be pretty straight-laced. And you're one of the weirder voices in the game with your blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people are very, very dry, not hammy at all.
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper,
Very
if
dry.
he was hammy, we would be in big trouble. But he takes it all seriously. How hard is it to take it seriously or even understand what's going on from the script?
Well, I would say it's actually pretty simple. The idea is that you get a character and you figure out what this character sounds like and what who they are and what they want, without sounding too ridiculous. This is what it is, and you just say the lines like the character would say them. And fortunately, the lines are not too difficult to manage. A lot of them are, wow, press the circle button and you'll jump. And so it's pretty self-explanatory what you need to say, what you need to do. When you get into the crazier stuff about, I think on the other level about, she's making a disgusting soup out of guts and bones, it's just a matter of just going along with the lines and trying to be scared.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you, I don't think you can really use like Stanislavski method when you're trying to picture yourself as a turtle freaked out by a voodoo creation soup.
Well, it's all just the magic of make-believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, well, you say these lines too if you're writing them or reading them yourself. You say them and you know exactly what you're trying to get across. And the job of the actor, and I use that term loosely in my regard, is just to try and make sure that everything makes sense that's coming out of your mouth.
Alrighty.
Nice job breaking into the Panda King's compound. I think I figured out a way to get to the top of that giant statue. But unfortunately, it's obstructed by this reinforced ceiling hatch.
No problem. They seem to have plenty of firepower around here. I'll just have to find a few more treasure keys to get at it.
Attention, panic in
get this one done and over with.
Murray's all fired up to make the run for the key. While on the blasting station, use the left analog stick to aim and the square button to fire.
Right on. I'll keep him covered.
Let's do it, Sly.
Yeah, that one.
Bingo! Oh no! Oh, thanks! Oh! I made it halfway! Hey! Hey! Bingo! No! Hey! 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 Awesome!
Nice. Flaming Temple of Flame.
Despite its temple-like facade, this place is really some sort of training ground. Stay on your toes.
Am I on this level? 5? I think this is the only level that ends with like a 5 instead of a 10. You know what I mean? In terms of clues. So I don't remember any other level like ending at like 25 or 35 or 45. It's weird how the duck maneuver is only used a few times in this game, and even then, it's not really used anything in any game afterwards. I don't remember it ever being used in Sly 3 or Sly 2. I'm not sure about Sly 4, I've only played through that game once. So, in my original playthrough, which did not have voiced commentary, instead I texted in the chat and it came up on screen. I think I had that set it when I did this. Might be wrong. I thought there was going to be an achievement for the emulated version that people made, that because there were like custom achievements for that. And I thought there was going to be one for killing all the guys in here, but there wasn't. However, funny enough, it was only after I told myself we're not going to do that this time, I found out that there actually is an achievement for it in this version. One of the new ones, for whatever reason. So it's kind of funny that I did it on that playthrough. But yeah. Fortunately, that means we're going to be finding ourselves doing this all over again. I wish there was an easier way to hit him, though. I doubt the mine can reach them. So, the only bet, really, is to use the dive. Wow. So I was able to get two that time. And after that, there's just those three. There's just one off to the corner over there, and then, yeah, this took me a ton of tries on the emulator playthrough. There. Voice damage fast in this game. I forgot how quickly they do. You don't even get like 10 seconds to pick them up. Nice. This session's over. I could have sworn there are more clues in this room, to be honest with you, like on the ground level. see, nothing over there. Basically, I'm using the way the camera is placed here to be able to see on the other side. Down there, okay. I think we're good in here. More ad. We got 9 more. There's probably 9 more ahead, so. Let's find a third. Guess I missed 2. I think I can backtrack though. Instead. You probably backtrack a little bit, but not. Probably in a safe or something. That's my bet. Oh, that's how you get around to the other side. I did not know that there was even... Because I thought you just went in there and... Yeah. I don't think I ever noticed that. It's just so subtle that it's there. You know? I think they are. We're not leaving without you. And of course the slam turned on the fireworks, but I guess whatever. It's the way to the end safe.
Lucky for you, I burst in chaos theory. Otherwise, this code would have been unsolvable. Input 932. Incredible! I never would have thought this was possible. Sir Augustine of Cooper's technique to briefly defy gravity. From now on, you should be able to pop right out of those bottomless pits you keep falling into, and you won't even lose a lucky charm.
Alrighty. I got the trophy with that called Super Cooper. Sorry about that, folks. Was taking some medicine. Oh, hey, Odra. When was that message sent? Just now. Okay. I was just taking some medicine. Alright, back to it. Yeah, so this level is the one I talked about earlier in the previous stream that reuses music when crawling the grounds.
This looks like a good place to try out your new invisibility move. Hold down the circle button to drop out of sight. While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
So, there's a trophy in this one, which basically is that I have to alert every guard and set off every alarm. That's gonna suck, but I'm gonna try it. That's how to get around that part. I was wondering how you'd do that without the moving while invisible trick. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, but where's the last one? Funny that you can't spiral here on top of there. Whoa! Okay, you know what? That actually helps. Kinda. Because I can backtrack. guess maybe it's out here? I'd really love to have Panic King's blueprints right now. Knowing me, they're probably the ones in the safe up there. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are the ones in the safe up there. Because, I know it's the final safe, like what's the last item you get in a safe, so, and there's only like 2 safes left, it's 2 vaults left, so that, knowing that, it's this one, and then another one, I can tell which one's going to be in the next. Yeah. Oh, I missed that one. Speed of the clock.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. It was a challenge, but this vault's combination has got to be 667. You found the blueprints for the Panda King's lair. I'll upload the data straight into your binocucom. Sly, this pagoda is some kind of huge gunpowder production plant. Judging by the scale, the Panda King must be making tons of explosives.
Also got the trophy just now for setting up all the alarms. There's a twofer right there. Don't think I've ever smashed both of those things simultaneously. So there's 2 time trials right now. I think I'm gonna make it. Thought I was making good time, apparently not. I think I know what screwed me up. I think it was that whole time I went around that corner. I think I have an idea for that. Shame too, because I did really good at the start. The way I skipped some of the parts. No. I didn't know where the wire was for a second. But I am getting lucky at the start, so I think I do have most of the technique down. Oh, that guy. The real thing you don't want to do is set off the alarms, because once you do that, like, the timer will speed up by a ton. The guards, though, they don't seem to be able to speed up the timer, so they can be ignored. The defy gravity technique helping out there. That worked perfectly. Oh shoot. Oh. Again, saved me there. I thought I had the fast move equipped, but God, thank God for the high gravity technique. Now we can listen to the dev commentary. One of the last 3.
This level was started mostly just like the kind of the opening shot where you're coming out of the cave and you really see this big temple. Was pretty early in the design of the level where I wanted to kind of have this, kind of picturesque moment here, and also being able to see your end goal from the entrance as well. This is one of the more, I guess we call it pretzel levels, where the course is very much kind of going around itself. It's kind of using this one art space for the different game mechanics. So instead of having a long corridor that has all the mechanics and we have to do art all the way down that corridor or whatever, we take it in one space. In this case, we go outside the temple, we go inside the temple, and then we go across, and you're still able to see the temple when you finish the game, and it's kind of, you're looking down on it. So it's really trying to reuse the art assets by staying in the same space as you're going through the level. This is another one of our earlier uses where we're going to a more extreme camera angle for dramatic effect when you're going into the temple and having the snow falling away down the cliffs as you go, just for about added drama. And we know exactly what you're going to be doing because the gameplay is is constrained to that curve that's kind of hugging the cliff wall here. So we know it's safe to take the camera up into a more extreme position than the typical gameplay camera.
I love, in general, the kind of circuitous route through this whole level. The fact that you get through one area and then slide down to another and then sidle across cliff face over to another, and etc. There's kind of an interesting route through the whole level. I like the firework platforms too. Those were a great idea.
I think this was the first use of this use of lasers where it's really close. It's just close to the ground. It's not like sweeping across the whole hallway. It's creating this, this dynamically changing play area that when you first come up to it, it's like, oh, it's fairly intimidating because you see the glow on the ground. You see it's like this, it's constantly changing, but they're actually pretty easy to play. So it's kind of making things, for more inexperienced players, having them see a moment where it looks very dangerous and then getting through it successfully is something that is good because it gives them a sense of accomplishment. So that's the reason why it's just kind of this cool thing that's actually fairly easy to play through. And once this one was put in the game, there's several other areas where we decided that we could use this and change the speeds and change the sweep patterns to give it a different feel. And it's really, just make it faster, it makes the difficulty harder. So you can definitely dial it up to be challenging. But in this case, it was set up for one of the earlier levels, so it's pretty straightforward actually.
Alright. Forgot about that. Okay. Oops. I thought it was the first one that was firing off already. But at least it means I get to retry and possibly sneak by that one guard faster like I did in my original time trying to do this. So. How did I do that first time? A little frame rate lag there. Not much further now. I don't know what that noise is. Nice. I believe that's the level I've finished with probably the most time still left on the timer.
So Andrew, you modeled out this level.
Yes, another level that you designed.
What do you like about this world?
Let's see.
Or level, I should say.
What do I like about it? I like, there's something great about the space. There, the fact that it's taking place, you know, very quickly inside and then outside of these tall, narrow buildings, and that they form both the kind of foreground, sometimes the surroundings, and then actually the background, kind of the sideshow, the thing that you're looking at in the distance. So you're constantly seeing places that you've been before in the level from a distance, from a different vantage point, and you know, I think that gives you this sense of continuous world more than, you know, some of the other ones maybe.
That was definitely a goal with a lot of these snow levels, was to give you that inside-outside feeling.
Right.
And this level starts with something that we thought was going to be really difficult for players, which was you get up to this door and it's locked and there's no way to open it. And there are two open windows that you can go in, and you know, it's pretty easy to overcome. This level was actually made before the Paris level, but we had to test it and have people experience the frustration not being able to get through the door to know if it was gonna be okay or if it was gonna be too aggravating to include in the game. But that is a seriously simple mechanic that seems to reflect sort of breaking and entering.
Right.
And the whole level is like that. You're going in, you're going out, you're on top of roofs.
Always entering through windows, doors.
This level has a really bizarro laser grid on the floor.
Right.
And it's bizarro because there isn't a discernible pattern to how you're supposed to go through it.
Right.
You look at it and you think, okay, if I study this long enough, I'll see that I need to go left, left, right, left.
Right.
But really, there's none of that. You can stare at it for 45 minutes and you won't see the same thing again because it's all just slightly out of cadence with each other.
Yeah.
So you have to, right off, you just have to make it up as you go along.
And once you get into the middle of it, it's
Yeah.
pretty. I mean, there's, if you're really paying attention, there's enough time to adjust to what's going on. But it's great because you've got everything out of phase enough that it feels very almost random. One thing about this level too, this is maybe one of the cases where we learned a little bit about not having the level designers model out quite as much of the actual terrain or the walls and things like that. So the buildings initially in this were fairly tightly modeled, and the gameplay was fairly tightly constrained to the buildings, and they were initially fairly straight, like a lot of the stuff is that we get after after level design has been through it. And so making it kind of funky and unusual was a little bit of a challenge, and eventually required us to go back in and change a little bit of the way the spaces were laid out and everything. But I think it ultimately worked out really well. But it was a challenging level. Go back in and change a little bit of the way the spaces were laid out and everything. But I think it ultimately worked out really well, but it was a challenging level because you've got gameplay both on the inside and the outside of these buildings. So the wall is very, in a lot of places we've got room to just push back the wall in places here and there, and in this one it was very tight and brought up its own unique challenges that I think a lot of the other ones didn't have.
Yes, I know I rewinded, but that was because I didn't want the commentary to stop and then have to start it all over from the beginning. So by doing that, I pretty much helped you guys out. That was more... So, it was, yeah, I didn't want to have to replay the commentary from the beginning. So... Especially since we're right there at the end of the stage, I was going to have to just stand there for a while, like I did with the layer of the beast in the previous world. But we're all set to move on.
I've calculated the trajectory of these rockets, and I'm 99% sure you'll be able to ride them all the way to the top of that statue before they explode.
What about that other 1%?
Well, in that case, Sly, you will be blown to bits. But the experience will no doubt be spectacular.
Nice.
Now, to unlock these rockets, you're going to need all 7 of the Panda King's treasure keys.
Right on. I'll steal them in no time.
Oh, whoops. I forgot that he stops talking when you shoot down the door for some weird reason. Not sure why they have it like that, but whatever.
This vehicle is identical to the one you found in Miss Ruby's lair. Someone with some serious high-tech skills must be providing these guys with hardware. The 5th member of the Fiendish Five, perhaps? Remember, use the left analog stick to move and aim the right analog stick in the direction you want to shoot. You know, I bet that cannon is powerful enough to blow down those heavy security doors.
I was wondering why they had that there. Weird. Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Hurry. What are you doing down there?
Well, I'm minding my post when I notice this snow cone stand, and I think to myself, hey, Murray, you gotta keep your energy up. So I hurry over here, and then all of a sudden, monkeys are everywhere, bugging me to race them 3 times around this track for a key.
You could use the key. Think you could take them?
Come on, Sly, they're a pack of monkeys. How can I lose?
All right, remember, steer with the left stick and press square to use any nitro boosts you collect. Keep clear of those icy patches.
Thanks for the advice, Sly, but trust me, I got this under control.
Oh boy, another one of these. Fortunately, this is like the last one, so. First try that time. Nice. Set 6.
Freeze, Raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice. Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
I do need to go back to that level. That's the only reason why I finished it. It's because you can't backtrack. So, but there are some clues missing, as you saw, and there's also a trophy for lighting 2 pink fireworks, which I have no clue what they're talking about. Since all I did was light fireworks, and they all seem to be, what, maybe these things? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. What was that?
Freeze, Raccoon!
How can I
I skip
freeze when
this?
my heart
Oh.
warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good
So
for
after I
whoever
get the
owns
vault
this
here,
place.
You must only have eyes for me
It'll
if you're
just
too
be
blind
the,
to see what's going on around here.
All I
the
see
time
is a
trial.
pathetic
That'll be the
thief
last
who's
time
escaped
trial.
justice
This is
for
also the
far too
last
long.
vault
I'm
of the
proud to
game.
be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
That's what we are. Oh, I missed the very beginning. There we go. Oh, that was awesome. Not intending to do that, I just had it just to help me out with my jump timing, but yeah, that was amazing.
Unfortunately, this vault code appears to have been written in owl dialect. I won't be able to crack the code until we meet and defeat the bird who created it.
Watch your back, Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
Unfortunately, that means the time trial we can't do until that vault is open. So, that means we have to beat the game first.
see you carry Kane of notorious Cooper thief clan. Have you come here for revenge? To steal back the Thievius Raccoonus?
That was my plan at first, but now I'm more interested in putting an end to your avalanche extortion racket.
Why should you care if I bury a few worthless village in snow? You are a thief, just like me.
No, that's only half right. I am a thief from a long line of master thieves, while you're just a frustrated firework artist turned homicidal pyromaniac.
Insolent child. You shall pay dearly for your disrespect. Still, to honor your Cooper ancestry, I will send you to your doom with the beauty of my new firework technique, Flame Fu.
So this was actually the first boss in the game. This whole world was supposed to be the first world.
Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel! Palms of thunder! Fiery wheel! Your skill with that cane is unparalleled.
Sly, I did a cross-analysis of the metal used in that high-tech blasting vehicle, and it turns out it can only be found in one place. The Raccoonus volcano in Russia. That's got to be where we'll find the fifth member of the Fiendish Five. So get what you came for and let's get out of here.
Retrieving the Panda King section of the Thievius Raccoonus gave me a chance to learn about my technically minded ancestor, Otto Van Cooper. Not known for his physical dexterity, Otto relied on vehicles to aid him in his criminal endeavors. Armed with his designs, I was sure Murray would be able to make some cool modifications to the team van. A frustrated Inspector Fox, having missed me coming down the mountain, threw the Panda King in jail, thus putting an end to his avalanche protection services and ensuring the safety of mountain villages throughout China. My gang and I took a little time off and did some shopping in Hong Kong. Thoroughly relaxed, we headed home to plan our next move.
Okay, partner, this is it! A trip to Clockwork's lair!
We were on our way to the Krakkarov volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwork. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
Hey, Sly! The road to Clockwork's fortress is blocked. Do me a favor and shoot out that lock for me, would you, pal? Whoa! Check out all those mines! Think you can blow them away and clear a safe path for us?
cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
We've got to get through that security door on the far side of the cavern. The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
It would have been easy to get at them if Murray hadn't thrashed our new turret.
Yeah, won't be a problem. I can hack the computer's connection coupling so they'll fall to the ground. Then, Murray will have to run over them with the van.
Okay, and Murray, remember to use our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Murray, there are only 119 computers up there, and these fire slugs seem intent on getting to them before us. The first one to 60 computers wins. Careful, Sly! Those tiles are booby-trapped! You better get out of there!
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwork probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, that barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
Hey, at least we didn't have a repeat of what happened the last time I tried to play this.
Sly Cooper? I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese. Haven't had to do this in a while. Okay, I used the left analog stick to steer and the right analog stick to unleash my hacker code. Those green data packets need to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code. Uh-oh. Well, looks like I triggered one of Clockwork's security algorithms. Stay sharp, Bentley.
Just to let you know, the red discs are instant death.
Sly, I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow. I don't get it, Cooper. I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwork and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together at last. Huh, wait, I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwork nabbed me.
Now that we're a team and all, I need to leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwork, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Oh wow, I did not see that one coming from the other side.
Nice job, Raccoon.
Where's Carmelita's jetpack? Right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
It's sinking fast. Climb, Sly, climb. Smash those gears with your cane. You'll have to keep moving.
Just hoping to get lucky. Whoops. There we go.
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
My skills are superior. You cannot escape me. My intellect is refined. My experience is greater.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be clockwork. You're the weakest Cooper I've yet encountered. You can't dodge me forever.
I got screwed up with the controls for a second. I kept trying to move up, but I kept messing up because the controls are inverted. Usually that's not an issue, but yeah, I was kind of panicking too. Hopefully this fight isn't as long. They skip the dialogue if you die, so.
You're the weakest Cooper I've yet encountered. You cannot escape me, Cooper. My skills are superior.
Here we go.
Now's your only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto-reconstruct circuit!
I am. 7. Flowers. another tomb. Feet together. I will live. Immortal.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwork. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwork's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... 1. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us!
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪いけど、今回も俺様たちの勝ちだ。このデータファイルがあれば父ちゃんの仇が撃てる。あれはまだ俺が子供の頃だ。よく父ちゃんの膝の上で遊んでたっけ。俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこの ラクーナの秘伝書だ。その洗練を極めた忍びの技だが、そこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。貴族たる者を名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ、善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。そして俺様は一人ぼっち町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだがまあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの仇を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
All right. So let's get this last page we got.
Freeze, Raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart warms
Too
at the
bad I
very
can't
sight
skip
of
this
you?
video.
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
Safe cracker. A Cooper's pride.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
I've never seen that movie, and this will probably be this will be the first time I've seen it in 20 years of playing this game. So, let's make one last mad dash.
Excellent, Sly! You've beaten all the Master Thief's sprints and unlocked all the designer's commentary. Check out this fascinating behind-the-scenes movie.
How should I describe Sly Cooper? He's charismatic, suave, debonair,
cool, slick, fast, stealthy, athletic, just a daredevil.
Sly Cooper is charming thievery.
We started with the idea that we wanted to do an action game where the primary character was a thief. The choice of a raccoon was a pretty natural fit in terms of, you know, obviously the mask being in place, being, as Dev would say, a creature of the night.
We very early on wanted to make a game that looked and felt like a cartoon, but was one step closer to realism rather than flat and graphic. We started experimenting with different ways we could bring this character to life, cell shading, how to make it feel like a cartoon but still feel like a great 3D game.
We want it to actually look like it was inked and painted, and we want the backgrounds to be, you know, really lush and have a painted look, so it looks like it's a living animated episode that you've been thrown into.
When you look at the game, initially the first thing that draws you in is the beautiful art style and lush, very, very lush look of the environments. But when you actually play the gameplay itself is lush as well.
The original conception of the Sly character was a much more realistic raccoon, chubby and not quite as lithe as the character is now, and it kind of evolved as we went along.
Once we got to that part where he kind of evolved into what he is now, my main job was to take him and try to put every bit of thiefiness into him that I could. He was kind of tiptoeing, and he's really like rearing back to like ease his foot forward, trying to keep all his weight back so his foot falls softly on the ground, and really try to hone his personality through subtleties in the movement and really try to push the thiefiness.
As we wanted Sly to feel really agile, we wanted him to feel like Sly could do the most amazing physical feats. You want to let the player of the game feel like they're a thief. Not like a real thief, like you wish thieves were.
Sly Cooper's story is really cool. He comes from a long line of super raccoon thieves. And the source of their kind of thieving greatness is this book called the Thievius Raccoonus. It's this incredibly valuable heirloom that is stolen from Sly's family when he's very young.
He has come of age, and now he feels it's his noble duty to take back the Thievius Raccoonus.
Sly has two buddies, Bentley and Murray.
Bentley provides a lot of the plans for their missions. He does a lot of things that are very important for Sly to complete his missions. Murray has a huge case of Sly envy. He wants to be Sly in the worst possible way, and he has absolutely none of the capabilities to do it.
A hero's only as good as his villains. We wanted to create villains, you know, making them dangerous, making them menacing, making them goofy. Just giving them as much personality as Sly Cooper.
It's a super high bar being in the action-adventure category. I mean, all of the greatest games, the best games that are out there are all action-adventures.
The genre is such that you have to really excel in every single phase of the game. Going from saying Sly should be sneaky to actually having him feel sneaky in the game is hard. You have to start and you have to get the animation right, then you have to figure out how the engine's going to play the animation and how it gets affected by where he is and what he's doing and how the player can feel in control at the same time.
People are doing shoot-'em-ups and things with, you know, big weapons and things like that. And this is all about character, so you can get the feeling of, you know, I am Sly and I'm sneaking around. Anytime we can exploit anything in the environment, build it in a way that, you know, as Sly's running over, it might seem more stealthy. We completely exploit that.
And our golden rule is whatever is thiefier wins.
If you want to make a game that looks different, the PS2 gives you the opportunity to do that.
As a programmer, it has a ton of tools for solving all sorts of different types of technical problems.
A big focus for us has been in getting our tool set to the point where the artists were really unconstrained.
Artists will come to us with, they want the game to look this way, or boy, can we have a line around all the characters, the cell shading that we do, or how can we do the lighting models so that things that are bright have certain colors on them. And they have a lot of really cool ideas, and I and the other people on the programming team work on trying to get the technology put in place so that we can, you know, make those ideas happen.
What we were able to do was put together our own lighting algorithm in vector units and then do the same thing for the cell borders that we put around all our characters. We could get it to all run super fast and have it all look different than other games. That was really our goal from the start, was to have a game which looked different.
It's been an interesting process building a team to build a game like this.
It's been great working with such a dedicated group of people. I've never really ever worked with a group I think as hardcore as this.
It really does require unbelievably talented artists, unbelievably talented programmers, and unbelievably talented designers.
How you doing?
The designers, I think, have done a wonderful job of giving players the experience of sneaking and being a thief, and at the same time making the designs accessible to people so that you don't need to be a super gamer in order to play it, although there are tons of things that are in the game for those people.
We're making a game that anyone can play.
You can't just have great art, you can't just have great code, you can't just have great characters, you gotta have it all.
It's not about just how the game looks, it's about how the game plays and how the player experiences it, and it's all about having fun.
You can make a really cool character, but if he's not fun to play, it's not worth doing.
Sly is cool, he's collected, he's adventurous.
Sly is Sly. It is not a misnomer.
Alrighty, so let's listen to that last dev commentary. I won't be playing through the stage because I think Carmelita will be interrupted. I guess we'll see. Alright. I mean, it didn't do that when I played... Yeah, I could probably play the level one more time, now I think of it. One last finish. This will pretty much be my victory lap.
I kind of use the fireworks in this level as kind of gating mechanisms to keep you kind of dodging and running from Carmelita while you're playing.
Right.
And also just to have bigger kind of these big events during the game.
Just from texturing it, I know like on the mugshot where she's shooting at you, the colors were reversed of this. Like in this one, Sly Cooper's path is all cool, and where Carmelita's jumping around is where we kept the warm colors. But in the mugshot one, it's kind of reversed, where Sly's running on the warm path and she's jumping on the cool buildings.
Yeah, doing her effect was kind of funny. She originally had a different, entirely different weapon, and we really wanted to kind of emphasize the stun gun feel, and it was interesting to try and tune because the color tones of the world in general were, you know, she appears in several places, and so I was finding something that had a little bit of, you know, it has this icy color, but also this sort of orange center to it, and that seemed to work best across the different levels.
So was it your idea always to have it? Do you have other ideas besides that dragon, or was it?
After I changed from the Buddha one, it was. I think Devin was the one that mentioned trying to see if we could do a dragon for it, and then which was good because, you know, for a Chinese dragon, you have that great shape that you could fold. I was able to fold it and shape it how I needed it for where she's going to stand on and stuff like that. And then you put in all the legs and everything like that.
Yeah, so they're, you know, we're trying to think of places on the dragon, you know, on the high and low points of the humps of the dragon, and then also you know, there are these kind of freestanding poles in the abyss of you know, the mist that you can see down there. Just having her stand in as many different places as possible made her feel really like she was sort of part of the world, but always just out of reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big thing. You have to keep her on screen.
Right.
Keep her large enough to see her, and at the same time make it seem like you could never get to her.
Right.
So the
you're
closest
not tempted to leap off the path to your death or something like that.
One of the first drafts I did of it had a giant, like, panda Buddha statue, like, laying on his side where she was jumping on. It just wasn't the same. So I'm glad we went with the golden dragon.
Never got to see that one.
I tried to keep it away from people. It wasn't very good.
Watch your back, Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
Alrighty. Well, that's it, folks. I have officially 100% of this game for the first time in my life, not just with the vaults. The vaults I did every time. But now I have all the Master Thief sprints done. They are all done. So, yeah. It's a big day. Not sure what this black spot is supposed to be. Maybe it's just an extra space. But yeah, that's everything. So, alright everyone. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And hope to see you next time. See you next game. Take care, everybody. I'm out.